Naturally, the next question is, how do you actually position yourself in the market? I mean, you need to know how you'll be perceived, how you'll attract opportunities, and why anyone should pay you more than they're paying someone else. If you don't figure that out early on, you'll waste years being undervalued. Luckily, there's a simple framework for breaking all of this down. It's called strategic positioning, and it's basically like creating a compelling story about who you are and what you do, but without all the corporate jargon. All you have to do is figure out the key elements that make you valuable by answering a few critical questions. So let's go through them all one by one. The first question is, what problem do you solve better than anyone else? This is really the heart of your positioning, okay? If you're not solving a real problem exceptionally well, you don't have a compelling offer. Uber, for example, didn't just offer rides. They solved the problem of unreliable transportation. That problem was so universal that people were desperate for a solution. Once you've identified the problem, the next question is, who exactly are you solving it for? Too many people say, I can help anyone. And that is the fastest way to stay broke, okay? High earners are built by serving specific people with specific needs. Like, for example, a general fitness coach might struggle to charge premium rates. But a strength coach specifically for executives over 40, that's a niche that can command serious money. Now we move on to your unique value proposition. This is the answer to the question, why should someone pay you instead of anyone else? You could think of this one like the one-sentence promise that makes you irreplaceable. For example, a tax accountant doesn't just file taxes. They promise to save clients more money than they charge. That's what cuts through the noise and grabs people's attention. Once you know your value proposition, the next question is, what's your delivery method? This is where you describe how you actually deliver results in clear, simple terms. So just imagine you're explaining it to a friend over coffee. Like, a business consultant's solution isn't described as synergistic optimization strategies. It's simply, I help you make more money with less stress. Clear, simple, and effective. And after that come channels. How are you going to reach your ideal clients? A lot of people build skills and just assume that opportunities will magically find them. But you need to know where your ideal clients are, and then you need to meet them there because distribution is just as important as the skill itself. For example, high-ticket consultants didn't take off just because they were smart. They built massive networks on LinkedIn where they knew they could reach decision makers. Now the next piece is pricing strategy. How much are you actually going to charge? Or basically, what's your business model? Look at premium service providers, for example. Everything they offer costs more than the competition, but clients pay because they know they're getting premium results. And that's money right in their pocket. So ask yourself, are you selling time, results, transformations, or access? Now, right alongside pricing, you need to look at your cost of delivery. How much does it take to actually deliver your service? A lot of people fool themselves here, okay? They think they're making great money, but once the costs pile up, they realize they're actually barely breaking even. Freelancers are a classic example here. On the surface, it looks like they're pulling in big fees, but once you factor in taxes, software, education, the actual take-home is much smaller. It's a non-negotiable. You need to know your real margins if you're going to build wealth. Next, you have to ask yourself, what are my key metrics? Because every income strategy has a few key drivers of success. For a consultant, for example, it might be close rate. For a freelancer, it could be client lifetime value. For a course creator, it's conversion rate. If you don't know your key metrics, you'll waste time chasing activities that look productive but don't actually increase your income. And finally, there's your unfair advantage. So, what makes you different from everyone else in the market? This is the piece of the puzzle that most people forget about, but you won't because we're covering it right now. Your unfair advantage is how you differentiate yourself. It's the thing that makes you hard to replace, whether it's your unique background, your specific expertise, or the way you deliver results. So, if you pull all of these elements together, problem, audience, value proposition, delivery, channels, pricing, costs, metrics, and unfair advantage. You have strategic positioning. It's not about having a perfect resume, but if you can articulate this honestly, you'll have more clarity than 99% of people who say they want to double their income. All right, my friend. So, we've talked about how to identify your income ceiling, how to develop high-income skills, and how to position yourself strategically in the market. If you remember earlier in this video, we told you to grab a pen and paper, and if you're serious about doubling your income, we actually really encourage you to do that, okay? Write this stuff down. You can literally go back through this video, answer the questions, and follow the steps, and by the end, you'll have a solid income strategy in your hands, one that could change your life and help you build the wealth you've always wanted. And look, okay, that's the thing. The only real secret to building wealth is to stay aligned with your goals every single day. The only way you're actually going to make progress is by putting what you learn in videos like this into action. And that's where the Alex app comes in, okay? You know that we built the Alex app for one reason and one reason only, because growth requires consistency. So think of this app as your personal growth companion. When you sign up for the Alex app, you answer a few quick questions about where you are now and where you want to end up. And the app creates a personalized learning path with daily lessons, expert courses, and practical tools designed to keep you on track for your exact goals. So, if you're serious about doubling your income and leveling yourself up as a person, this is the perfect place to start. You can scan that QR code on screen to get 25% off your yearly plan. Invest in yourself, my friend. It is the only way to push life forward. All right, so with that said, let's move on to step 4 of this journey, shall we? How to negotiate your way to higher pay. Because you see, asking for more money feels like standing at the edge of a cliff, and no one teaches you how to do it without falling until now. Okay, let's go step by step through the fastest way to negotiate your income up, whether you're employed or running your own show. You see, most people treat negotiation like a confrontation where they have to fight for every dollar. They convince themselves they need the perfect timing, the perfect leverage, the perfect script before they can even begin. So, they end up spending months psyching themselves up, rehearsing what they'll say, or worrying about getting rejected when they're not even asking yet. That's like worrying about the objection before you've even made the offer. And the thing is, by the time you actually work up the courage, the opportunity might have passed anyway. So the truth is, negotiation isn't about having the perfect moment or the perfect words. It's just about understanding value and communicating it clearly. Because imagine negotiation like a conversation about value exchange. The money only flows when both sides believe they're getting more than they're giving. And now imagine that conversation is your negotiation. And instead of begging, you're demonstrating why paying you more is actually the smart move. Every time you clearly articulate your value, the resistance decreases. Then another objection appears and you handle that one. If you keep doing this over and over again, just addressing the concerns in front of you, that is how you negotiate your way to double your income. But that begs the question, if negotiation is really just communicating value, what are the biggest mistakes you'll actually face? And in what order do you need to handle them if you want to get paid what you're worth? Well, let's go through the major mistakes one by one in the exact order you need to avoid them. With each step, you'll remove another barrier and unlock the next level of your earning potential. Okay, so the very first mistake you need to avoid is the timing trap. That is step 4. Because, let's face it, okay, until you actually ask, you don't really have a negotiation. You're just hoping someone will magically offer you more money and the world can smell that. On the other hand, once you initiate the conversation, suddenly people know that you're serious. You can discuss numbers, you can present evidence, you can get paid more. It's like flipping a switch from this might happen to this is happening. So here's what good timing actually means. For most people, it's after you've delivered exceptional results. You'll need to document your wins, gather your evidence of value created. This is non-negotiable, okay?